Alright, what is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the Tyler's Concept YouTube channel. Today we're going to be reacting to Young Miami rages on Diddy for giving her the burns. Plus, she exposes his list of burning boyfriends, man. Now it seems like Diddy has given a lot of people the burns, man. And we all know what he's been doing, you know. So if you know what he's been doing, everything that has been leaking lately, you wouldn't be surprised that Diddy is burning, you know what I mean? And it seems like Young Miami is one of them because she was working with him. She was getting paid like 200,000 plus a month, I'm pretty sure, just to do whatever Diddy wants her to do. Let's just say that. But yeah, let's just dive into the video, man. Crazy.
Y'all, Young Miami just exposed Diddy for allegedly infecting her with the HIV. Yes, y'all, HIV. And what she revealed next might take down half of Hollywood. Not only did she drag him for allegedly risking her whole life, but she also came with a list of men some of your favorite rappers and
I'm not gonna lie, sorry for pausing the video too soon, but I'm pretty sure Young Miami even came out while she was being interviewed. She said how much she likes being urine dogged, which is crazy. She has her own kinks still, but apparently she likes being urine dogged. So who knows what Diddy asked her to do with all these men? Who knows, man? Who knows? At the end of the day, Diddy possibly couldn't even be the one who gave her the burns. I should say that could have been somebody else. She was getting around. She was getting around, man.
Labs who she claims Diddy infected too. And the wildest part, it looks like she got some receipts, some videos, leaked messages, and even testimonies from the courtroom. It's giving very much public health crisis at the freak-offs, and Young Miami is not holding back. Now, Young Miami has been bragging for years how she's never going to betray Diddy because they go together real bad. But it looks like that HIV is the last straw because she's snitching this time, and the streets are eating it up. So who exactly did Diddy pass the virus to, and why has everybody been silent until now? Let's break it down. So Young Miami exposed Diddy for having HIV was not on our bingo cards for 2025, but then again, here we are. But I don't know why not, because things was crazy in them FOs. And fans were shocked when she went on a tirade on Twitter talking about how she was never going to share her next men. She tweeted, "I'm not sharing my next men yet." At first, we thought she was just jelly because Diddy's trial exposed him for sleeping with more people than we thought. But we found soon enough that the reason she was so furious was that she found out that Diddy had gotten HIV from sleeping around. And as a result of that, he also passed it to other people, including Young Miami, allegedly. And as soon as Miami found out, she flipped out big time, dragging him for filth on social media and accusing him of putting her life in danger. But this is where it gets interesting. The streets are saying that the only reason that Young Miami found out this is that she had to take a test where she started dating someone new after Diddy. And we don't know who the new boyfriend is, but there are rumors that it could be Stefan Diggs. Not Cardi's man, but it kind of makes sense though because she and Stefan did have a little something a couple months ago before he got with Cardi. But what triggered Miami's meltdown?
I mean, to be fair, it seems like Cardi B is already sharing it either way. Seems like Cardi B sharing him either way, you know what I mean? Like, he was literally just on a yacht or a boat with like 3 females, and Cardi was fine with it. So it may seem, I don't know, but
It wasn't just Diddy creeping, it was the shocking test result from her rumored new man Stefan Diggs. But anyways, fans are saying that Stefan asked her to take a test and it showed that she had HIV. He was so spooked that he dumped her immediately. But for some reason, she didn't freak out about it until she found out just how many people Diddy had been sleeping with, and she lost it. Now everybody is asking, did she really freak out because Diddy put her in danger, or did she do it because she was jealous of these other love affairs? Y'all, whatever the reasons are, it looks like Young Miami's next move is about to shock us all because she was a little unhinged. Now, while we may not know if she's acting up because she's jealous or if she's in danger, but what we do know is that she is big mad. Allegedly, she's mad enough for her to leak some insane news about other men that Diddy may have given HIV to. We thought that him sleeping around was bad enough, but according to Young Miami, it looks like he was out here being a public health safety hazard. Somebody call HIPAA. But before we get into all of that, can we please talk about the fact that the public already knew about Diddy's HIV status before Young Miami's bold claims? There were already reports that something was wrong with Diddy. So how exactly did we know about it? Well, it all started when Diddy made his first court appearance. Y'all remember how everybody kept talking about how he looked skinnier than usual? Well, it didn't take fans long to figure out that there was something wrong with him. At first they blamed stress, but Diddy's drastic weight loss had fans convinced it was deeper. After that, the rumors came quick. People started talking and saying that maybe this wasn't just about courtroom drama or him struggling without a lifestyle that he's used to, and some thought it was deeper, like health related. It didn't take long before the whispers turned into full-blown speculation that he might be dealing with something way more serious like HIV. Well, it didn't take long for things to escalate because some fans started claiming that they had come across one of Diddy's medical reports from his time in prison. Back in February, he was rushed to the hospital from prison, and this was supposedly when the HIV test was done. According to them, the report confirmed all the whispers and Diddy supposedly having HIV. So yeah, there were already suspicions about Diddy having HIV before Young Miami went off. But like I said, not only did Young Miami try to expose him, but she also allegedly exposed his long list of male partners who allegedly caught HIV from him. When fans put two and two together, it made Diddy's past even darker, and it connects all the way back to Eazy-E. According to reports, Diddy allegedly caught HIV from Eazy-E, and considering that Eazy passed away in 1995, it would mean that Diddy was allegedly having the virus for about 30 years now. And this is very shocking because y'all know that Eazy-E was in the West Coast rap and Diddy was in the East Coast. But word in the streets is that their affair happened before the East Coast West Coast beef, and some people even say that Eazy-E allegedly gave Diddy HIV and that contributed to the beef, but y'all ain't heard that from me. But y'all want to know what's really interesting is that Eazy-E passed away from pneumonia, just like Kim Porter and a few other people that Diddy has been accused of allegedly unaliving, and multiple people in the industry have called BS on this cause of death. For example, y'all check out this video where BG Knockout claimed that Eazy-E was unalived. According to reports, Diddy had Eazy-E unalived because he found out that Eazy had allegedly infected him with HIV.
But this time too, we really didn't understand, AIDS. We just thought it was like a slow, death sentence in the hood,
Yeah.
But with him dying so fast, did you feel like it was like foul play because he literally passed a month after getting admitted?
For sure. We all, when it first happened, naturally we thinking like, this got a gang. That's all, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's all we did. You feel me? So naturally we was like, damn, it could be. But then when we start, after we buried him and all that, now you replaying everything in your head. You like, hold the up. Okay, the homegirl, one of the G homies' sister he been with for all these years, bro. Still was with her. We went and asked her. She don't got it. He just had a baby. The baby don't got it. We was like, something ain't, you know what I mean? Like, something ain't adding up, So yeah, we all felt like that. We still think that way.
Yeah.
But y'all, it gets messier because after Eazy-E passed, people couldn't stop talking about how cold Diddy acted. There's a video going around of Biggie Smalls expressing shock about Eazy-E's passing, but Diddy just sat there without saying anything, and he looked unbothered. Y'all take a look and tell me what you think in the comments.
Found out he had it. I was twisted. I was tore up for a couple of days. It took me by surprise because we was just with him. We was just with him. He was just with us. We was just hanging out with him. And I didn't see, not expecting to see a stamp saying AIDS all on his body, but I couldn't see near side, Nothing. Not even a sickness like coughs or nothing.
But fans have finally put two and two together, and the streets are now saying that he might have taken out Eazy-E as an act of revenge for infecting him with HIV. What would be even creepier is if he turned around and did the same thing to other men. But y'all, back to Young Miami and her list of victims. It turns out that she wasn't blowing hot air after all, because Jaguar Wright also came out to claim that Diddy had HIV. While she didn't reveal how he got it, she claimed that he had passed the virus out to more than 20 men. Y'all listen.
To be fair, we wouldn't even be surprised if he actually does. Like, to be fair, we would not be surprised, because if you see the text messages between him and Cassie, right? He kept telling Cassie, who do you want next? And when Cassie mentioned anything about, when am I gonna do anything with you though? I want to do something with you though. Bro never responded. He did not want to do anything with Cassie. Now, I'm not sure if that's a part of his kink. He doesn't like females like that. I don't know what it might be, but at the end of the day, maybe he was just looking out for Cassie and saying, hey, I don't want to give you, I'm not trying to give you the burns, nothing like that. I don't know, man. But at the end of the day, knowing Diddy's history, we would not be surprised if he's actually burning. He could have caught it multiple times for all we know.
I mean, he actually caught HIV, like having like a lot of women.
Oh yeah, let's just go down the rabbit hole of all of his sins.
I'm just saying.
You want to know what's wild about that though? He faced that head up.
He did.
And he didn't stop. And he didn't stop doing what he's done.
He an advocate. Now he did do that. And
period. Listen to me. He faced that head up. How many dudes is running around undetectable? G?
Come on.
In the game.
Man.
Because I could tell you 20 right now that I could rattle off names, and wouldn't nobody be able to sue me.
So yeah, it looks like Miami's was right all along, and let's get back into her list because the first name she listed was Craig Mack, which isn't surprising because we all know that Craig had HIV before he unfortunately passed away, and according to Miami, he allegedly got it from Diddy. Considering the allegations about Diddy allegedly saying the young men and women he signed to Bad Boy Records, this wouldn't be that surprising. However, what makes Craig's case very special is that he was the very first artist to sign to Bad Boy Records. According to Young Miami, Diddy allegedly forced Craig to be in an intimate relationship with him, and it all spiraled from there. And it gets even worse because she also claimed that Craig wanted to expose Diddy for infecting him, but Diddy allegedly threatened him to keep his mouth shut. But this is interesting because a few months before he died, Craig revealed that he had been threatened by a very powerful man. Listen to Craig Mack himself hinting at the threats he faced because fans now think it ties directly to Diddy.
I'm sitting there and I'm talking to God. I'm like, Lord, I don't want to do this. But if it comes to getting ugly where somebody's going to be trying to kill me, I'm going to have to do something first or do something to prevent that from happening. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, I'm frustrated. I really need your advice and your love right now.
Now, unfortunately, Craig passed away in 2018 from complications of HIV, but if you thought that was messy, it's about to get even worse because Young Miami also claimed that Diddy allegedly gave Will Smith HIV. According to her, this is the real reason behind Will's separation from Jada. Y'all remember Jada's revelations about her separation from Will, right? She made revelations on this in 2023. In an interview, she said,
was that in 2016, you and Will decided that you were going to live completely separate lives. Yes. It was not a divorce on paper, right, but it was a divorce. So from the year 2016, which is 7 years ago now, yes, y'all have been apart. Yeah.
Now, at the time, we thought the separation was because of a mess with August Alsina and Jada's determination to humiliate Will, but according to Miami, the real reason was that Will had allegedly been sleeping around with multiple men and women, including Diddy. Remember those viral blind items about Diddy and Will sneaking off together? And now Miami's claims seem to be bringing them back. Well, Miami is claiming that Jada found out about Will getting HIV from Diddy and she was not about to expose herself to that virus. But this is where things get spicy. A few hours after Miami brought up Will Smith's name, they suddenly announced that they were finally getting a divorce. Of course, they played it as if Will is the one for divorce. But that's just a ploy to distract from the real truth about Jada leaving because she's not finna catch that HIV from Will sleeping around. But if you thought that Will Smith is bad enough, well, that's about to get worse because the next name on her list is none other than her bestie, Saucy Santana. But tell me, girl. Now, this is not that shocking, given their close friendship with Santana, but Young Miami is not sparing nobody. But this one here is really spicy because according to Young Miami, not only did Saucy Santana have an affair with Diddy, but Diddy also allegedly pimped Santana out to his other friends. Y'all remember Jane Doe's testimony about seeing Santana and other freak-offs? Well, Jane Doe claimed that Saucy Santana allegedly gets paid to entertain rappers, and I think y'all can read between the lines on that one. She claimed that she first met Pass with Santana Santana at one of Diddy's infamous freak-offs, saying he was allegedly working those parties as an escort, but she ran into him again at a different freak-off, this time hosted by another huge rapper, proving Miami was right about Diddy pimping out Santana. Now, according to Young Miami, Santana even snitched on Jane Doe to Diddy as a way to prove his loyalty to Diddy. It gets even worse from there, y'all, because Young Miami claimed that Santana was so loyal to Diddy that he allegedly knew that Diddy had HIV. He didn't say anything to her. But if you're wondering why he would do this, it's because he tried to get back at her for exposing his relationship with Diddy, causing fans to drag him. Now, if this stuff is true, it's absolutely crazy, but he revealed this in an interview, so let's take a look.
Yeah.
Why?
They do it to me.
Who?
Young Miami.
No, she don't.
Yeah, she do.
What she say about you?
She say a lot.
No, she don't.
She put my personal business out there. That's how I started Crucial Please, because she just kept naming multiple men that I was dating just to the world.
So you a cheater?
No, I was dating multiple men.
Well, Young Miami finally got her lick back, it seems, if she exposed Santana's HIV status, which is very messy. And it looks like she has a longer list of men who have all tested positive after getting pounded by Diddy. According to her, she's releasing them things in batches, so she's not gonna stop until every single person is exposed. However, things are getting heated faster than we thought, because word in the streets is that Will Smith is about to file a lawsuit against her for trying to expose his status. Leaking a person's medical business and status is illegal, and she might be facing some jail time. But I gotta know what y'all think about this. Do y'all think this is true? Is Young Miami doing this because she's jealous that Diddy was cheating on her with other people, or is she doing this because she cares about public health? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and then check out this next video.
But yeah, that is crazy. But let me know what y'all thought about this whole situation, man. But but I wouldn't really be surprised too, because Young Miami was basically named in the Diddy trial. You know what I mean? She was named in one of the females Diddy was actually paying. So she was actually getting paid more than most. Apparently 50 Cent's baby mom was a part of it as well, but I think she was only getting paid like 10K for 7 nights, which is crazy. 10K for 7 nights. You know what 7 nights with Diddy has to mean? I'm not talking about a 7. Diddy doesn't pay people just to party and have fun, you know what I mean? Diddy doesn't need friends. He doesn't pay people to be his friend. Well, I'm not sure about that, but he wouldn't pay 50 Cent's baby mom to do all that. What she was doing the unthinkable. She was doing exactly what Young Miami was doing. She was doing whatever she had to do with the white men. She was doing whatever to please Diddy's needs. Let's just say that, for 10K for 7 nights, 7 days, bro. But yeah, back to the topic, man. Young Miami was getting like paid like $200,000 a month or a week. I'm not sure, but it was in the range of $200,000 or something like that, which is a lot of money. But at the end of the day, Young Miami is a freak, and she even came out and said how much she likes to be urined on, which is diabolical still. She likes being urined on, but yeah, you just off that, just based off that, you can already tell she's willing to do whatever it takes for that cash, you know. And she already has kinks that she's already fine with, you know what I mean? Like if Diddy came up to her and said, hey, blah blah blah, all you gotta do is let him urine on you, she's gonna do it. That's something she already likes doing. That's something she'll do for free. But if she's getting paid, that's a bonus, if you understand what I'm saying. So at the end of the day, these women aren't victims. At the end of the day, they're getting paid to do what they have to do. It's not like Diddy is forcing them against their will. At the end of the day, the only reason Cassie was even afraid is because, or didn't want to leave, is because she was afraid that Diddy would replace her or find someone else to do exactly what she was doing, or find someone even better. She said it herself. So at the end of the day, she was just afraid that she would get replaced, man. So she could leave, but she was just afraid that she would get replaced. It's not like she was in fear for her life, nothing like that, man. She was down for whatever, man. And yeah, that's that. But if you did enjoy the video, subscribe for more content. And that's just my personal opinion. And if you do agree, don't agree with anything that I have to say that I mentioned in the video, leave your comments down below. And yeah, subscribe for more content. And without further ado, that's that.